and we're live on all three streams. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Shadows Pub with our co-host Artemis North for Curation Corner. Today we're talking with Taiki and some of his team from Type and Earn. Welcome, Taiki. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
So, where in the world are you?
Nigeria.
You're in Nigeria, and where is the rest of your team?
Um, Katrina is I think from Greece or something. Some guys are from Asian side, some from Africa, and we have like 5 or 6 guys in the team, and we're from different places around the world.
So, how long have you been on the platform?
On Steam.
Yes.
Oh,
How long you been on?
on Steam, right?
Yeah, how long have you been on Steam?
For more than 2 years. I joined Steam July 2017.
So a couple of years to get a feel for things. And what brought you to the platform?
Then a friend invited me to join Steam Meet. Then he's already a Steamian, right? Yeah, his name is Knowledges. He invited me to join Steam Meet just to check some things that's going on there. So I joined just for fun, actually, just for fun. I joined and I began to contribute to write some little stuff, little blogs on Steam, and after a while, I came across Utopian, Utopian then. So and then Knowledges was one of the community manager there. Then so I joined Utopian, began to do some fun stuff, contribute to different open source projects, and we've been doing great then. So after a couple of years on Steam, and I realized things that has been happening based on the bearish of the token and how people are living and how things are happening on Steam. So I decided to just look for a simple and engaging way to bring more people to the Steam blockchain, which is typing. Because I realized most people don't really like talking doing stuff that involve much rules or much stress. So that's way, and I think I've seen some platform that are very simple to use like this that have many users. And so I decided to build something simple like this just to bring more people to the Steam blockchain, to engage with the Steam blockchain, to bring more potential investors to the Steam blockchain, just to add some value to the Steam blockchain actually.
So what did you do before you came onto the platform?
Um, on the Steam,
No, before you started on Steam, what were you doing when you heard about Steam? Were you working at a job or school or what were you doing?
yeah, sure, sure, sure. Then I was working with a company, and also I have been forex trader. I trade forex ever since I finished school. So I've been doing a couple of stuff. So then I was working with a company, and also I trade forex a lot.
Did you say you were a Forex trader?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so you had a little bit of a way of kind of checking out the token before you actually joined up.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
So to you, how did the token look before you decided to join?
Can you come again?
How did it look? Did it look promising to you, or did it look like something that you probably wouldn't get too involved in, or what was your perspective on it?
Well, when I think about like I checked the concept of the Steam blockchain, and I realized is kind of revolutionary because I've not seen something then like I've not seen something like that before. So I just decided to just check it out. I check it out. I check the concept, how it works, the technology behind it, and I realized it's something really good to try.
And when you came on board, did it meet your expectations, or how did you find it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was fun. It was really fun, and compared to what was happening on Steam during the period, It was really fun. I felt this is my home. I'll be here. I'll be staying here for years. So it was really fun, and it's actually beyond my expectation.
So, Cole, I'm gonna ask you the same. Where did you come from, and what brought you onto Steam? Or did I catch you unaware? Well, Cole, are you there? Maybe I won't ask him the same yet. No, he may have stepped away from the keyboard for a moment. So you trying to unmute? He was unmuted and good to go before. Oh, we'll, we'll watch for him to unmute and let's see what happens. He's set for voice activity. I hope he's aware of that. So, Taiki, do you do the actual coding, or do somebody else on the team do the coding?
Majorly, Sammy has been the guy facing the coding part of the project. He has been so good, and he has been really helpful during the part. Since I don't have, well, I actually have some knowledge in coding and stuff, but he has more knowledge in coding than me, so he has been very helpful in doing the coding part.
So, we want to explain the basic setup on how type earn works. Like
Okay.
if somebody here wants to get involved, what do they need to do?
Well, it's pretty simple and straightforward. As it is right now, we are still pretty new, and we're still trying to, grow the user base and get more people engaged in it. For start, you just have to invest a little of your Steam and all like 20 TPC. That's the type coin. So with 20 TPC, you can start earning some token at every round of your typing. So as it is right now, if can someone please drop the link here of the typing URL interface? Sorry.
Kitty girl, what's the command for getting the coin up, the TPC?
What? The command. Hello?
No, kitty girl knows what I'm.
You mean the metrics for the manual?
There we go. Token TPC.
Oh,
So it currently is running with a Steam price of about zero point 0.2.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For now, we launched as 0.6
Oh, that,
cents.
the, the,
0.06 actually, 0.06, not 0.6. So it's the market fluctuations and based on how people decide to trade their token.
well, there's nothing shabby about zero point 0.2, so that's not really an issue. Shuvo, this is an interview show, and you're not being interviewed right now, so that's why you cannot talk. This isn't Pimp Your Post Thursday. It's a little bit different format. So I've bought 20 TPC, and what's the next step the person's going to do? They're going to go to the interface, which Artemis North dropped the link in for.
Yes, yes, yes. And when you get to the interface, you see section for practice. The second one is end, and the third is task. So the end section is the part you can earn some TPC while you master your keyboard. So you have some random text that just pop up when you click on start on that section. After you type in one, you get your word per minute, the time spent, the token end, and the accuracy percentage. So the token end is determined by your word per minute, the word you type per minute, and mm, uh, and the time spent, the amount of words you typed divided by 1,000. That's just the standard value for it. And also your holdings in TPC determines what you earn.
So the other day when I was talking to you about coming on to Curation Corner, at that point you could do 5 times each day to do
Yes.
typing practice and earn. So you've changed the system now, haven't you?
No, we're still working on that actually, but we're trying to just to cause people to see more value in TPC, like to have some reasons to hold TPC. Initially we plan to have a task section on the page that will be the major use case for the project for now. The section will allow people to create tasks or different type, like something Fiverr, Fiverr will be there. Though we're still trying to build that, and but for now, the changes will be about levels. People will have some levels on type and depending on their holdings. So we have flamingo, we have pelican, we have bustard, we have swan, we have like six states like that. So depending on
So have those
the
gone into
token.
effect?
Okay,
Have those started?
sorry.
Have you started using those
No,
levels?
no, that will start in 4 days, like in 4 days maximum.
Ah,
To
okay.
start.
I didn't read that I understood when I read the article that it was coming in right away. Well, that's good. 4 days. So then the different levels are based on how much TPC coin you own, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And the faster you type, the more TPC coin you earn on each
Yeah,
try.
exactly. Yep, yep.
So there's a definite incentive to improve your speed. So I'm just going to change gears here for a moment. And Cole, what brought you to the platform? Yes, Witty, the faster you type, faster and more accurate you type, the more TPC you earn.
Yeah, exactly.
Cole, are you still with us now? You said you were back.
Yes.
Okay. So when did you join Steam?
Well, I just in December 2017. Yeah,
And you're from where?
from Nigeria.
You're also from Nigeria. And how did you find the platform when you arrived? Like, what brought you here?
Well, Taiki was the person that invited me to the platform. So I
Ah, so Taiki is the person responsible for you showing up.
yeah. He's definitely.
We'll remember that.
So
If
he
you ever
told me the
if
first
you ever misbehave,
time
we'll remember
account.
that. Okay, you got your account?
Yeah, I created an account the first time he told me, and I wasn't serious about it. So out of ignorance, I lost that account. That was, I think, was just few days he created his account.
Did
So
you
by December,
did you say you had lost your account? Your first account?
pardon?
Did you say you had lost your account?
I yeah, I lost my first account on Steam.
Ah, you're
Yeah,
not the only one to have done that. A few people have done it.
yeah, I know that. So my second account was created December 2017.
Okay.
So yeah, so close.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit, so it's a little bit hard to make you out.
Yeah.
So, were you writing mostly when you came on board, or were you
When
doing
I came,
video?
no, I didn't do any video. When I came on board, Utopian was so the main thing that brought me to the Steam blockchain, as in that second account I created, was because of Utopian, to be precise.
Oh, so you were
That's the
creating content for Utopian?
yes, yes.
Ah,
I was a creator on the platform, and later I became a moderator on the platform. Uh, so that,
very good. So, Taiki, when did you form the token?
Sorry, can you come again?
Yeah, I can hear you.
When did I form the token? Can you
Yeah,
reply, please?
when did you set it up? How long have you had it set up?
Well, I found the token on the Steam engine like 4 months ago or 3 months ago, I guess.
And have you had Type Earn running since then, or is this relatively new?
You're breaking out. Can you clear, please?
I said, have you had Type Earn set up and running since then, or is it fairly new?
We still pretty new. Typing was launched like a month now, in a month now. So it's I launched the token on Steam Engine, but it wasn't active then actually. So it was just in my wallet until we launched the interface.
Okay, so you weren't actively trying to promote the coin until you actually got the interface out.
Yeah.
Artemis, you're too quiet
I,
again.
I have construction noise. It quieted for a second. I'm wondering what made you decide to do the typing end of things? It's something really different that I haven't seen anything else like this on the platform.
Okay. Um, I'm that guy that spent some time on Marvel's Beacon, and also I like to engage with typing competitions. I go online to type eraser to have some fun, and I realize on type eraser sometimes there are times that there will be over thousands of users online trying to master their keyboard, trying to have fun with other like just to engage, just for engagement, So I think if we can have something of that type on the Steam blockchain, like maybe we can get more users coming in, and when they come in and understand the concept of the blockchain, probably we can have some investors from them and more users on Steam. So that's the main purpose.
So one of the things that I noticed when I was playing around on the interface, um, when I do a typing exercise, I have the choice at the end of the exercise if I want to share it to Steam or not. Either way, I earn the TPC. I like having that choice because it doesn't dump a whole bunch of posts that are pretty much the same onto Steam.
Yeah, exactly. That's the purpose. So when you take your runs, your 5 times 24 hours runs, and you feel like posting on Steam, like trying to tell people about your activities on typing, you can just simply use the share on Steam. You just write little things depending on what you wish to write, and you just post straight. So that's just to avoid people going to different interfaces like steam.com or base.org to post about the activity on typing. But also, we're planning to improve that actually. We should have some more features, some Steam Live features in a couple of months, I believe. We have a roadmap on the intro post. So I think I wrote some stuff there that shows what we're planning to do in a couple of months, within now in 6 months actually.
So
So
Engine
and also
Engine
we have
Engine asked if we still earn Steam if you don't share it to Steam. You don't, but it also avoids like some of the other posts that you see. For example, Actifit, where everybody and their brother drops posts in, and a lot of people start ignoring them. So instead of doing that, you can go in, earn the TPC, and just occasionally share it to the Steam platform during the Steam.
yeah. It's a matter of choice, as I've said, and just to avoid multiple posts coming in every time. So you can just simply share once in a day if you feel like, and if you feel like just adding the TPC token only, you just have to take the runs and leave the rest.
Now, because I didn't share to Steam, the other question is, if you do a share to Steam, is it just a straight share format, or can they actually personalize the post?
Yeah, you can personalize the post. The share works like post with Steam actually. Like you have to write some things on the your text on the editor before you can post. You know, so the share to Steam is just like post to Steam. So you have to write some things about your activities, the things you've done, what you feel like doing, and stuff like that, and you post.
Yeah, Kitty Girls made the point about Actifit. We had a user, Dreams Team, and she would tell stories in them. You really didn't notice that she was doing an ActiveFit post until you actually looked at her step numbers. Where a lot of people they just throw out quick little posts and go, okay, I've done ActiveFit. Yeah, Gina does good ones. So it would be really good for people to use those typing skills and do a good post if they're going to do the shared esteem. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I love the fact that you give people the choice on it, so that it's not just being done automatically.
yeah, yeah. Exactly, exactly. That's the purpose, just to avoid spamming on Steam.
So you're also wanting to set up a task system similar to Fiverr.
Task. Yep, task section.
So how would
What? Okay.
go ahead?
Uh, the section will be very simple to use. Though we have our plans on how to do it, but it's going to be quite clear right now, like based on the explanation. But the way it is, it will be very straight to use. Like anyone can simply go there and write the task depending on what they need, and we have some whitelisted professionals that will be taking up the task. So that way, we will manage like issues that involve maybe bad services or stuff like that. And also we have a escrow just to keep people's funds before their work get done by the professionals. So that will try to be able to regulate how the transaction works and stuff like that.
So Injun made the comment that he's trying to practice and it's not recognizing any of his spacebar hitting. I did notice the other day that you have to be very firm on the spacebar for it to recognize it.
Okay. Checking that. I think based on what I'm saying here, I think he's making a mistake or something. Based on these, he's not doing the normal way. There's a space after social. You should space up before you write the rest. That's it.
He said he hit his letters fairly hard in the spacebar too.
Okay. Maybe that's the kind of bug we need to fix, I guess. But I'll try to. Can you make a video of that, like a clip, a short clip, just to clarify this, because I don't get this properly. Based on what I'm saying, there should be a full stop after some words there, I guess.
So can you do a screen capture engine video yourself? Well, no, video the screen. Yourself yelling at it won't be helpful.
Yeah,
And
definitely
keep
it's
your
just helpful.
pants on.
Yeah, he's going to give it a try. Do a screen video. Well, you've had it basically running a month, so there's bound to be some quirks to work out. So the Fiverr aspect, the tasking, what are you going to call that? Is that going to be part of Type and Earn, or is it going to be something under a separate name?
It's to be on the same interface, and as it is, to be task the way we put task there, to be task. So we're trying to expand it and make it more simple to use than Fiverr. And
Now,
uh,
there was kind of a reason I asked you about the name for it, because if memory serves me correctly, Hyman Danger from DTube set up a token called Task and is running an interface called Task.
okay,
So
well,
you might want to check on that.
okay, thank you for that. But TPC typecon will still be the token for the task section.
There we go.
Okay, okay, yeah, I've seen it before, I guess. Task.
So
That's a good way to.
Chris has asked, would there be plans of an app or a way that would benefit mobile Steam users. I don't actually own a laptop, so I have to heavily rely on eSteam to create posts and read content. That's
Yeah.
going to be a big demand going forward is mobile. There's a lot of people are asking about mobile on these various apps.
Yeah, we have a plan to have a mobile version of mobile application of typing.com. So uh, maybe in a couple of months we should have that. But for now, we'll focus on developing the web app for now.
So you're kind of expecting right now a couple months time.
Yeah, couple more months.
Very good. So that's going to get interesting. There's no two ways about it. So are you
So
planning on running any contests to kind of create awareness?
sure. We're planning that. But we're trying to make the interface to be very simple to like to explain much things about Steam itself. Getting new users is to Steam is quite challenging because of the keys management and all that. Like a few days ago, I was playing the Steam to someone, and he got confused because of the keys management, the post key, master key, active keys, and all that. So we're trying to just create some tutorials on the interface just to get people to understand how to manage the keys, how to use Steam Engine, how to use stuff like that. And also, we're making a simple explainer video which should be available in a couple of days, in 2 3 days, I guess, should be available for people to understand the concept because we're planning to get more users locally, and also we'll be running some ads and campaigns on social medias.
So are you aware of whether you've actually onboarded any people using your app?
Yes, yes. Even onboarded some people locally and also on some social media channels.
That's interesting. I would have never thought of something like typing would have been a draw for people to join the Steam. That's pretty cool. It shows just how much we're going to be able to tokenize as we move forward.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. No. So, are you going to develop? Are you looking forward to maybe developing a community when communities come out? Have you thought about how you can tap into the SMTs and communities when they arrive?
Wait, I don't get that. Can you come again?
I said, have you thought along the lines of how you could tap into, say, SMTs and communities when they arrive?
Yeah, sure. We're planning that. We're trying to, and there'll be some expansion also. So, but as it is right now, we're trying to just take it a step at a time, like step by step, trying to build little by little, so I'll be able to maintain many things we need to.
So Steam had put a post out last week that talked about being able to run ICOs using SMTs. That must open up some possibilities for somebody like yourself. Or did you see the post?
Oh well, I've been busy for a couple of days now, so I think I missed the pause, I guess.
Okay, well, the way I
Then-
understood the post was that you can use SMTs for an ICO in the sense that people would need to purchase Steam to be able to then purchase the token. So, of course, it benefits Steam and it gives you the value to be able to work with on your tokens.
yeah, that would be a very useful tool right now to bring more people to Steam, definitely. So I think we'll be going with that, and I'll try to go through the post myself to read and understand the
Yeah,
basics
because
and how it goes. So I think we'll be going with that also to be really useful for us.
yeah, apparently they're building that right into the interface that is going to be there. So you need to do some planning ahead of time as to exactly how you're going to do it.
Okay, okay. We'll start that. We'll start that. We'll have some meeting with the team guys, and we'll try to come up with something good.
So with all this going on the platform, the SMTs, the Steam engine, Type Earn, what's your feeling for the future of Steam?
Well, for someone that's been around when Steam token was around $10, $8, So and right now it has really gone down, 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 down. So I believe if we keep on working hard and we collectively start doing something that can bring more investors, bring more users, do some adverts directly, indirectly about Steam, I think Steam would get back to a treat as it was before. So that's what I think.
So having been a Forex trader, how much of the drop in price of Steam do you think is impacted by the price of Bitcoin, or is it things that have been missing here on the platform that has made the difference?
Um, I remember when Bitcoin was around $19,000 or something, and it started coming down, bit on the bearish, and Steam follows and other crypto follows. But I think Steam has been, really doing bad, to be frank, and I think Bitcoin also affected the way it is. But I believe if we can get more users, get more investors here, and build uh, get more investors to invest in the token, I believe it will definitely push it up beyond what it is right now.
So the drop down was largely following Bitcoin, but the fact it isn't moving up as Bitcoin moves has to do with more needing more investors.
Yes, more investors. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. It's about getting more investors for Steam token. If you have more investors, most people are just like I've seen some scenarios where people make tons of Steam just to sell off and convert their money to cash and start spending. So if you have some good orders that are here just to invest and to create some value on Steam, definitely it will affect the token.
So while we talk about onboarding users, the main thing we need to be onboarding investors as a priority then.
Yeah, exactly,
Interesting.
exactly.
It's always interesting to hear the perspectives. So are you going to Steam Fest next week?
No, 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 no. I won't be there. I won't be there next week because actually, to be frank, getting a visa for my country is quite uh, hard. It's very expensive. So for now, I have to just join from YouTube to watch what's going on there. So probably by next year I should be there. I believe.
So you can't traveling there would be difficult. Have you talked to Roland P about the possibility of maybe doing a video presentation about Type Earn?
No, I've not done any video about typing.
Well, I'm just thinking that Steamfest would be a great place to be able to present this app and make it better known. So if you can't go there yourself, maybe you can manage to do by video.
Okay, okay, okay. That's a good one. So probably I'll do that.
So
I'll do that.
you want to talk to Roland P. He's the organizer of Steamfest. It might be
I'll do that.
a little bit late in the day to do it, but you know something, if you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'll try to do something that.
Visa's too hard to get there.
Yeah, too hard to get here. So I it's just too hard to get here. It's quite expensive and too hard, too stressful to get. So you just have to hang around for now.
So is that a visa to travel out of your country or a visa to travel into your country? Into
Depends on the
Thailand?
region actually.
I know
Depends on
very
the
I know very little about traveling. I don't travel.
okay. Well, it depends on the location actually. You know, here in Nigeria we call some visa Schengen. Schengen involves some countries like Italy, Spain, um, like 10 or more than that. And it's really hard to get visas to such areas and such countries. And generally, it's just too hard to get visa here. It's just too hard.
Oh, okay. Kitty girl caught an error that I did on the spelling of Roland P.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks. Let's pick up.
So you're looking at the task. You're going to go and take a look at possibilities on the ICO part of SMTs. Any other dreams on what you want to do with your app?
Okay, come again?
Any other dreams on what you want to accomplish in the future with Type Earn?
Yeah, sure. We are we're building a world class project, I believe. You know, and we believe we are providing a better service than we will provide a better service than what Fiverr is providing right now. So I believe the task section would actually be the main driving force for the success of the project.
So I'm curious how the mechanics of your task will be. Will the
Well,
person posting the task earn Steam, or does it just the person doing the task that will earn, or is it just a pass through transaction?
okay, this is how it works. There'll be a section to create task. So for just for instance, I need a task. I want to create a task for someone to take up, let's say, site documentation or translation, for instance, and I create the task, put the words, the documents, the amount I'm willing to pay. I'm willing to pay for the task, and to be in TPC, to be in TPC. So when I create that, I'll post. Someone on the platform, verified professional, will check it out and reply to it. So it depends. We don't want to make to be spamming the blockchain with different tasks, short tasks like that. So basically, to be on the interface only. So probably, okay. You want to talk?
So they would pay TPC in order to create the task. They would like pay a fee
No,
to create it.
no. Uh, Creating of task will be free, but the task payment, like okay, like the pay for the task. You know, I want
Ah,
someone to do you get it?
so the transactions on the task app would take place using TPC. So it would be a use case for the token.
Exactly, exactly.
Cool concept.
Thank you.
Creates the mini economy. Post and get a reply from certified individuals. Creating a task is free.
Exactly, it's free.
So you definitely want to keep the value of the TPC growing in order to make it
Yeah, sure.
attractive.
Yeah, exactly. You know, right now it's pretty new, so many people are mining tons of TPC every day, and they're happy with it. But first level, when the level, the idea of level Pelican and the ostrich level comes up now, there'll be differences based on what you own in your account. So people with little investment can only mine for 3 days, like for three times in 24 hours. So it goes like that based on the investment. So definitely that will reduce the mining and also give it more value. And also it will cause people to like to hold the token for themselves.
Yeah, the levels create an interesting. It kind of gamifies the concept. It's like wanting to amass more steam so that you move up another level.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
And then you're accumulating the TPC in order to be able to
Yeah,
participate in
exactly.
the
No,
TPC economy. It's a good
yeah,
concept.
yeah,
I've been finding it really interesting the amount of creativity that some people are putting into the various tasks. Engine being Engine, he's asked, "Are you going to airdrop some TPC for people that came today?" Engine's one of our shy people, as you can tell.
yeah. Sure, I can do that.
Inquiring minds, he says.
There you go. I guess if you don't ask, you don't get.
And speaking of which, Engine and Frank, you both won the shade today. Shade is a token that is here in the Ramble. Uh, it's primarily earned when people attend the post promotion show on Thursday called Pimp Your Post Thursday. So they earn shade for presenting posts and they earn shade for commenting on posts, as well as it can be used for tipping. And Chris thinks we've got it fixed so that Engine wins. Nope. Zippy accuses Bluefin of having it fixed. All right. So, is there any questions for Taiki? Cowboy Blazer says, "I'm rooting for Steam. I always go there and see how everyone is doing. I got a lot of friends who are way into it. I've seen it's at 15 cents. Here's to hoping for $1." Cowboy, are you a member of Steam? Ah, okay. I wasn't sure by the way you'd written that. Yes, I know what your username is. Are you still with us, Taiki? You went silent. I wasn't sure whether you were still with us.
Oh yeah, I'm here. I was trying to do something.
Multitasking, are you?
Yeah, exactly.
So, did anybody else have some questions for Taiki about the Type and Earn site interface? And I see a few people. Oh, they're too busy talking boobs now. Artemis?
Oh, I actually have no questions. I was really curious about the Fiverr aspect, and just as I was about to ask, you guys answered that. You seem to have covered anything I could think of. Does anyone else have questions?
Floor's open. Now's your chance. Everybody's going to be heading off to Type Earn because you're all going to try it out and improve your typing skills. Speak
Well,
slowly and don't call me dear or you'll get my sharp edge.
okay, honey. I don't think I've seen anywhere else on the web where you can hone your typing skills and earn cryptocurrency or earn anything for that matter. I think it's a great concept.
It's one of the amazing things about Steam is that we can do so much and be earning while we're doing it. So we're a little bit before the hour, but that's okay. If you haven't got anything else to add, Taiki, did you want anything else you wanted to share with us today?
I think I should the important part. So I don't have anything else to share. If I have questions, I can answer them.
Yeah, I'm watching here. I haven't seen people with questions. They need a list of everyone here so they can drop us all some TPC.
Yeah, exactly. We need the list.
Yeah, Engine's going to make that list up. He's on it right now. I'm quite sure of that.
Perfect.
So just to help engine out, everybody drop their screen name into the. There we go. Safi's on it. She wants to be there 3 times.
Well, she had to make sure that you knew that she would.
So Taiki, Engine Witty, which is called Pimp Witty in here, is also one of the witnesses on the blockchain. So if you happen to have a witness vote available, he'd much appreciate that. And then we got another fella up here, and that's Jack Miller. He's been kind of quiet, but he's a good helper and supporter on the platform. He's also a witness.
Isn't it
Okay.
the middle of the night or early morning for Jack?
You're typing in your screen name, James. Yes, it would be middle of night for him, I believe. He just woke up a while back, so there we go. Jack did a snook. So Taiki, the other thing that goes on here in the wit or in the ramble is once a month we do a chat with the witnesses, and if you want to have a pretty good idea of what's happening on the platform, you might want to attend that chat. And that's going to be the next one's going to be on the 20th of the month, and it's the
Okay.
same.
Okay. I'll be there.
It starts the same time as this show started.
I'll be there.
It's an opportunity. We usually hear from people from Steam It Inc. and whatever witnesses attend, and usually ends up with some interesting discussions depending on what's going on. So the next one actually will be taking place just after Steamfest ends. So hopefully there'll be lots to talk about coming out of Steamfest.
Okay. No problem. I'll be there.
It'd be good to have you there. It's always good to have members of the community come in.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we're going to wrap a little bit early this time round. Have you? I have a subscription list that you can sign up to. I'll give you the link, I think.
You drop the link. I can check it.
Oh, I've lost my. Oh, I know where the link is. It's in the giveaway channel. I knew I had one.
Yeah.
So you can sign up to get a notification when the shows are coming on. I send them out most times.
Perfect. Perfect. I'll do that. I'll do that. And thanks for that.
So Engine also has a show in here on Fridays. So um, it's a general chat type show. There you
And
go.
don't forget the Freedoms are on later at 4 o'clock from Inner Blocks Community.
Okay.
Okay. So Taiki and Sammy, we never did get you on voice, but apparently you were having some technical difficulties. And Cole, I want to thank the three of you for coming today. I think it's been informative. I suspect most people in the audience didn't actually know about Type Earn until they dropped in today. So appreciate you being here and what you're doing. And Cole, did you want the last word? You won't get the last word, but you're welcome to have a few words before we close off. He's typing something there.
Word.
Taiki, did you have anything you wanted to add before we close?
Well, nothing. Nothing. I think I've explained every needed information, so there's nothing else to add.
Good
Just happy
stuff.
to be here. Really happy to be here.
All right. And Artemis, you have the last word.
That's what he said. Anyways, thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you for coming and sharing Type Earn with us. It's amazing the new things that you discover on our platform and what's going to hopefully draw more people and hopefully ultimately investors. We're doing things, people. Have a great day. Go forth and steam.
Thank you.
And stream off. Yeah, we always go forth and steamiate when Artemis is with us.
And of course, the construction noise finally just finished.